Jai Guruji. Our journey as a family started with Guruji back in 2001. So I'll just start telling you how it all initiated, and right through the last 19 years, the kind of blessings we've had. There are no words that can express it. It was 7th July 2001, Guruji's birthday. And Guruji's birthday is a big celebration in the Bada Mandir. That is when my mother and I went to Guruji for the first time. My dad had been to Guruji a couple of times before that, and he's the one who took us there. So I was this 18-year-old kid who was a non-believer in God, never believed in the existence of God, always questioned the existence of God, always argued with my parents because my parents were super religious and I would never even enter the puja room in my own house. And I remember when my dad told me that we're going to this place, my first reaction was, Papa, with all due respect, what's wrong with you? Where are you taking me? We went there. I went very reluctantly, very hesitantly. But I still remember going there. The place was decorated like any grand Indian wedding. People were all decked up. It must have been about 4,000 to 5,000 people, which at that time was a very big number. Today, that's not even half the number that comes on a regular Sangat day in the Mandir. And just going into that place, entering the main hall in the Bada Mandir, for those of you who've been to the Bada Mandir, that is where Guruji Singhasan is. That is where he used to sit down during the congregation when the Sangat was around. The aura of that place was so strong. The vibes were so strong. There was something mesmerizing about it. And it just felt right. And this is coming from someone who was a complete non-believer. I can only say one thing, that when I went to Guruji for the first time, I completely didn't believe in the existence of God. And today, I can proudly say that I've seen God. Auntie, sorry, I just want to check one thing with the Sangat members around. Would everyone be comfortable for me to do the satsang in English, or should I do it in English and Hindi mixed? Or?
Kar lo aap, uncle. Either is fine with us. Yeah, mixed is also good. Yeah.
Okay. So, as I was telling you, in 2001, when we went there for the first time, it was completely, it sounds very filmy, but it was like love at first sight. We went there, we heard a couple of satsangs from some of the old Sangat. हमने अपना वहाँ पे भजन लगे हुए थे या जो भी परफॉर्मेंस हो रही थी मेरे को याद नहीं. गुरुजी का माथा टेका, ब्लेसिंग्स लिए, लंगर प्रसाद किया, आ गए. ये समझ आ गया था कि हम कहीं गए हैं इस जगह में. देयर इज सम पावर व्हिच इज बियॉन्ड द नॉर्मल thing that we normal realm of activities that we see in our daily lives. And yes, Guruji is a superpower. Yeah, he's superhuman or whatever you call it, but he's something beyond all of us. But वो क्या थे, नहीं थे, instantly समझ नहीं आया. Then we started going, and as I told you, this is July 2001. We went a few times. Started getting connected, started talking to people in the Sangat, started hearing about Guruji, started knowing about Guruji's philosophy, and gradually got to know more about it. So let me tell you a few things which drew me as a child to that place when I obviously didn't believe in the existence of God. I think one of the key things was, वहाँ पे एक गोलक नहीं थी. So गोलक is a charity box जिसमें आप पैसा डालते हैं, चढ़ावा डालते हैं. Now fortunately or unfortunately, India has so many temples, gurdwaras, and it's a land of God and Godmen. But again, fortunately or unfortunately, most of these places are kind of commercial in nature. Not having a charity box over here, not taking any kind of donation, charity, money, offering, financial offering, was a very big thing to me. Because it sounded very logical, very plausible कि हम भगवान के घर आ रहे हैं, हम उनको क्या दे सकते हैं? We can only take his blessings, we can only take his mahima, we can only take what he has to give us. Who are we to give him something? And Guruji's concept was always, so आज अगर आप बड़े मंदिर में देखें, मेन हॉल में आज भी वहां पे देयर इज नो दान पात्र, चैरिटी बॉक्स नहीं है, साइड वाले रूम में है. गुरुजी उस टाइम पे एम्पायर स्टेट में बैठते थे. दैट इज वेयर ही यूज्ड टू स्टे. इट्स वी कॉल इट छोटा मंदिर. वहां पे आज तक देयर इज नो चैरिटी बॉक्स बिकॉज हिज कॉन्सेप्ट वाज दैट चैरिटी इज अ ब्यूटीफुल थिंग, बट आई डोंट नीड योर मनी हियर. गो हेल्प द पुअर, गो हेल्प द नीडी. एंड अगेन, जब आप चैरिटी करते हैं, इट शुड बी वेरी डिस्क्रीट. अगर आप राइट हैंड से करते हैं तो आपके लेफ्ट को भी पता नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपने किया है. So do it, help the poor, help the needy, do things for a cause, but don't go around telling people, showing off कि हमने ऐसे किया, वैसे किया, because then it completely loses its relevance. Secondly, Guruji never preached. वहां पे there were hardly any do's and don'ts. Like most of us would imagine कि आप किसी महापुरुष के वहां जा रहे हैं, या हम जैसे टीवी चैनल्स पे देखते हैं, there are so many TV channels. All these people, they dole out sermons. ये प्रवचन करते हैं, आपको बताते हैं आप जिंदगी में ऐसे करिए, ऐसे ना करिए, ये करेंगे तो ये होगा, ये करेंगे तो ये नहीं होगा. गुरुजी के यहाँ पे कोई प्रवचन का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं था. गुरुजी के यहाँ पे उन्होंने कभी किसी को मना नहीं किया, ये नहीं खाओ, ये नहीं पियो, ऐसा नहीं करो, वैसा नहीं करो. नथिंग. इट वाज अ वेरी सिंपल फिलॉसफी. आप जिंदगी में अपने कर्म अच्छे करो. ही बिलीव इन द थियोरी ऑफ कर्मा, which is where Hinduism and Sikhism also come from. And he always said, your karams are what you have to eventually pay for. अगर आप मेरे फोल्ड में आ जाते हो तो 90% of your karmas he would cut. 10% of that you still have to bear. Now what that means is कि अगर आपने 100 पाप किए हुए हैं तो 90% वो अपने ऊपर ले लेते हैं when you come into his शरण, but 10 का आपको फिर भी भुगतान करना पड़ता है. So it's not that if you come to Guruji संगत you'll go scot free. नहीं, बट वो आपके कर्म काट देते हैं, आपके कष्ट काट देते हैं. एंड दैट अगेन इज अ वे ऑफ परसेप्शन, अ वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट थिंग्स. कि वो एग्जाम्पल देते थे कि मेरी संगत में कोई आया, कुछ टाइम बाद उसका एक्सीडेंट हो गया और उसका फ्रैक्चर हो गया. नाउ देयर इज अ वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट इट. एक तो आदमी ये सोच सकता है कि यार मैं अच्छे गुरु के पास आया हूँ कि मेरा आते साथ यहाँ पे फ्रैक्चर हो गया, I think I was better off not coming here to him. And the other way of looking at it is, पता नहीं मेरे भाग्य में क्या कष्ट था, what was in store for me, और मैं खाली एक फ्रैक्चर से बच गया हूँ, गुरुजी ने मेरा कष्ट काट दिया. So that is something which comes with faith. That is something which we need to introspect, and obviously it comes with time. Initially, it takes time for any human being to get connected to anyone, any power. But that is where he teaches us positivity, and that whole thought process. It's not just coming to Guruji and realizing कि Guruji आप पे कष्ट काट रहे हैं. When you get that thought process, it completely changes your perspective towards life. आज अगर कुछ भी होता है, बड़ा छोटा X Y Z कुछ भी होता है, the whole concept, the whole thought process के हाँ यार, I mean, yes, हमें स्कूल में सिखाया गया है God helps those who help themselves, and Guruji always said कि आपको अपने कर्म करने हैं. Whether you've come into this world as a husband, wife, parent, child, sibling, whatever, or whether it's your worldly karmas of family life, friends, relations, work, professional life, you have to do everything. But after that, you give it your best shot, but then leave it to me, because I know what is good for you, what is bad for you, whether you deserve something, whether you don't deserve something. If you deserve something, is this the right time for it, not the right time for it? You leave it to me. आप अपने कर्म सही करो, उसके बाद आप मेरे पे छोड़ दो आपको क्या देना है नहीं देना है. एंड सम ऑफ दीज कर्मास और व्हाट वी थिंक इज द paschatap of our karma, where we go through suffering, go through pain in life, which any human being does, because life is not a bed of roses. Some of these could be a part of this life, some of these could be a part of our previous lives, which we have no idea. But he knows. He knows what our previous lives were. He knows what our current life is. He knows what is bestowed in our future or in our future lives, because he is beyond all this. He is the Lord Almighty. So theory of karma, sorry, digressing there, but theory of karma was something which was very key and essential to this whole philosophy of Guruji. But as I said, there was no preaching. His concept was very simple. आप अपने जिंदगी में कर्म सही करो, लोगों का अच्छा करो, और अगर किसी का अच्छा नहीं कर सकते for any reason, किसी का बुरा मत करो. As simple as that. Thirdly, so as I said, the first thing was there was no charity box. Secondly, there was no preaching. Thirdly, the people who came there were an educated lot. Now, today the numbers globally are probably, I'm sure, in crores, which is tens of millions. When we started going to Guruji, as I told you the first time, Bada Mandir was a big function, and that number was about 4 to 5,000 people. On a regular Sangat day in Empire State, it used to be about 200, 300 people. The day it was crowded, it was 400. और जिस दिन वो संगत 500 हो जाती थी, we used to say jokingly कि आज तो आधी दिल्ली आ गई है, because that was not an anticipated number. But those people, those 2, 3, 400 people that used to come there, they were all top bureaucrats, top politicians, top lawyers, engineers, corporate honchos. What I mean to say, they were all educated people. Now, what happens typically if you see a political rally in India or any other place where there is so much following, most of the time it is herd mentality. कि एक जा रहा है, चलो हम भी जाते हैं. वहां पे 50 लोग की भीड़ है, कुछ तो होगा, हमें भी जाके देखना चाहिए. But educated आदमी दिल्ली, बॉम्बे जैसे शहर में doesn't really have the time for all this, because again इंडिया में इतने संत, महात्मा, महापुरुष हैं, or people who claim to be, that it's dime a dozen, and no one has the time कि unless किसी को वहां पे logic दिखे, rational दिखे, एक बार, 2 बार, 3 बार आप चले जाएंगे. उसके बाद अगर आपको वहां कुछ मिल नहीं रहा, प्राप्त नहीं हो रहा, दिख नहीं रहा, you would not go back again. You'd probably try some other place. So my theory was very simple कि educated people are coming here. They are coming regularly. They've been coming here for years together. आते हैं, शाम को आते हैं after work. So Guruji's Sangat used to be typically in the evening. His concept was कि आप अपना, you do your daily chores and then you come to me. So no one's work life is affected. अब ये जब सारे लोग आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे, शाम को आप आते अपनी मर्जी से हो, जाने के टाइम आप गुरुजी से इजाजत लेते हैं. Sometimes he would tell you बैठ जाओ. You could be sitting there till the middle of the night. तो जब इतनी दुनिया आ रही है, इस स्टैचर के लोग आ रहे हैं, तो कुछ तो होगा. It's obvious. And very soon we started experiencing वो क्या था. So in July 2001 we went to Guruji, and as I told you, we went for a few times, and within 2 months in September he sent me abroad for my education. I'll come to the satsangs in a short while, where we had so many of his blessings while I was abroad and I came back to India, and thereon and so on and so forth. But let me tell you what is a satsang. Now, जब हम गुरुजी के पास शुरू में जाते थे, तो बिकॉज गुरुजी कभी प्रीच नहीं करते थे, वंस इन अ वाइल तो किसी को बोलते थे खड़े होके सत्संग करिए. नाउ इनिशियली वी यूज्ड टू थिंक, यार ये क्या है, ये तो ही इज ट्राइंग टू शो ऑफ हिज पावर्स, अपना स्पोक्स पर्सन उन्होंने खड़ा किया हुआ है, वो आपको बताएगा कि गुरुजी ये कर सकते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं. सो वी फाउंड इट अ लिटिल फनी, बट soon enough we realized that Guruji's concept was कि आप जब मेरे पास आते हो, so as I said, there were no do's and don'ts, but there were few cardinal principles of Guruji's. One of them was, when you come to him with complete faith, and you come to him with complete faith and you surrender yourself. Now what does faith and surrender mean? It sounds something very simple, but it's not. So when he says faith, you come to him, you don't come on a trial and error basis. You don't come on a test mission. And he used to say it, that the Guru can test the disciple, but the disciple has no right to test the Guru. और Guruji आज भी life में there are n number of instances जहाँ वो हमारा इम्तिहान लेते हैं. He squeezes you like a lemon. In fact, there was a instance where one auntie used to come to Guruji, and I think for good 6 months she used to come to him regularly. और गुरुजी उनको पीछे बोलते थे दरबार में पीछे जाके बैठ जाओ. But she used to come with faith. And one fine day he called her and told her, "Okay, I've squeezed you like a lemon. Now you'll see my blessings." So you have to come to him with faith. And the second thing is, once you come with faith, you surrender to him. Now what does surrender mean? गुरुजी कहते थे मांगो नहीं मानो. Mango nahi manno. These used to be his words in Punjabi. What does that mean? Mangna and manna. It's a very thin line. To expect and to accept. Expectation is which we all human beings have. हम कहीं भी जाते हैं, हम किसी के लिए किसी को अगर 10 रुपए भी देते हैं, we have some expectation from him. Even if we give a 10 rupee note to a beggar on the signal, our expectation is not that he'll remember us for the rest of his life, but हमारी शक्ल देख ले, हमें याद करेगा, हमें दुआ देगा. एक expectation as a human being हर चीज से होती है. हम किसी के लिए कुछ करते हैं, whether it's family, friends, whatever. As humans, we always have expectations. But his concept was, don't have expectations. Come to me with faith, surrender yourself, and accept whatever I give you. The whole concept was तेरी रजा में राजी, कि गुरुजी जो आप देंगे, जो आपको ठीक लगता है आप हमें दीजिए. अगर आपको ठीक लगता है आप हमें दीजिए, अगर आपको नहीं ठीक लगता है हमें नहीं दीजिए. He used to give an example. He used to say, आपको तो पता नहीं as a human being what to ask for, and that's why you should not ask for anything. As he said, mango nahi. And in his example he used to say, you asked for a car, और आज मैंने आपको Mercedes गाड़ी दे दी. Tomorrow you have an accident, and either you don't have a life after that, or you don't have a limb after that, you're paralyzed, or you've got some permanent injury. What's the point of that car? So you don't know what to ask as a human being, because your vision is not indefinite, it's not infinite. You leave that to me. You ask for your blessings, and I will give you stuff. I will give you life. So first Guruji used to give life, then he used to give health, and then he used to give all the worldly things possible. He was never in this concept कि आप आयो तो अगर आप मेरे follower हो तो आप संन्यास ले लो, बैठ जाओ, सब कुछ छोड़ दो, leave your worldly things. नहीं. You've come in the human form, make the most of it. You've been blessed to come in this human form, and do your karmas right and enjoy life to the hilt. But at the same time, the key thing is, do your karmas right. Be conscious of your karmas. So again, coming back to the thing, mango nahi manno, you have to come with faith and you have to surrender yourself. Surrender yourself in Guruji's fold, and believe you me when I say this, he gives life. I will share satsangs with you of my family, and even otherwise, when I say that I've seen God, that's why I'm saying I've seen God, because हमने बहुत लोग सुने हैं बहुत लोगों को शायद देखा भी होगा, एक्सपीरियंस भी किया होगा, जिन्होंने रिद्धि सिद्धि करके उनके पास कुछ शफा होती है, कोई आपको someone can help you conceive a child, someone can help you cure XYZ प्रॉब्लम, किसी ने आपका कैंसर ठीक कर दिया, किसी ने आपकी हार्ट प्रॉब्लम ठीक कर दी, बट देयर इज नोबडी, at least I in my lifetime have ever heard of, forget coming across, who can do all these things but who can also give you life. And there are n number of instances where Guruji has given people life to the exact thing कि किसी को 5 years दिए, किसी को 10 years दिए, and that person is lived till that day. So it's not a random thing, and no one except God can do that. So I was telling you satsang, the importance of satsang. When Guruji कहते थे किसी को खड़े होके सत्संग करने को, what is satsang? Satsang comes from two words, sat and sang. Sat means such, satya, and sang is the people around you, which is a sangat which is sitting around you. So you're sharing your experiences, the such. So every satsang, let me tell you, is nothing but the truth, and there is nothing concocted in it, there's nothing made up in it, there's nothing which is created or just for the sake of saying it or for the sake of trying to praise my Guru. No. It's the complete truth, and I'm sharing it with the people around me. That is a satsang. And he always said that there are 3 ways in which he would bless his Sangat. One was the form of satsang, because very often जब हम सत्संग में जाते हैं, it happens कि हमारे मन में कोई query है, whether it's that day या कुछ time से चल रही है, or we are confused about something, or we want to know about something, and quite often that gets answered in the satsang, and we feel that that satsang was for us. Someone else might feel कि ये सत्संग गुरुजी ने मेरे लिए कराया है, but it happens very often. The second way of blessing was through Shabad Kirtan, and again, like in satsangs, a lot of our answers we derive from the Shabads that play during the satsangs. So Guruji in his time used to actually pick and choose every Shabad that used to play, and he knew क्या शब्द चलाना है, कब चलाना है, नहीं चलाना है, or who is that targeted to, which audience, which Sangat member who's coming that day, or who's listening to it sitting somewhere in some remote place. And his third form of blessing was prasad. Aajkal, of course, Zoom pe satsang ho rahe hain, but whenever we've had satsangs all these years, and I'm sure it's a matter of time and the real satsangs, the actual physical congregations do start. Please keep in mind that Guruji used to lay a lot of importance on prasad. And prasad could be anything, right from a jal prasad to a chai prasad to a samosa prasad to a mithai ka prasad to a langar prasad, whatever it is. We should always take it as a blessing. उसमें कभी waste नहीं करना, because again there are a number of satsangs where people have left and उनकी blessings उतनी कम हो गई हैं, and he is very concretely said it कि आपने ये छोड़ दिया इसलिए आपका ये नहीं हुआ. So those were his ways of blessing the Sangat. So I'll share a few instances with you, Sangatji, where Guruji blessed us and continues blessing us. He's given lives, not life, lives to us in the family. So in 2001 July, I told you I came to Guruji, and in September he sent me off to the UK for my education. वहाँ पे जाके I was in a cold place, and I'm someone who was predominantly born and bred in Bombay, so I wasn't used to the winter. I went, I caught a chill, I caught bronchitis over there. I came back from my December holidays, and it was all confirmed that there's a patch on the lungs. I have a family history of asthma. My mother's asthmatic for the last 4 decades. So of course it's genetic. I caught it, and the doctors gave me the entire kit of medication to take and go back to university. I went back, and in January, just a week or so after going back, I had a terrible asthma attack. I was lying down in my room alone at night. 2-2:30 बजे का टाइम होगा, and मेरे को सांस नहीं आ रहा था. And I tried every possible thing. So from medication to hot water to inhalers, pumping in inhalers, nothing was working. I was on the verge of calling an ambulance जब मेरे को याद आया कि there's someone called गुरुजी. To be honest, what happens is आज faith है. आज हमको अगर जिंदगी में फोन नहीं मिलता, वॉलेट नहीं मिलता, घड़ी नहीं मिलती, कुछ पेपर नहीं मिलता, इधर उधर हम जैसे रख देते हैं, sometimes being careless. आप 10 जगह देख लोगे, कबर्ड में देख लोगे, ड्रॉर में देख लोगे, साइड टेबल पे देख लोगे, बेड पे देख लोगे, नहीं मिलेगा. And frantically after searching every possible nook and corner, you remember Guruji, and invariably वो जो जगह आप चेक कर चुके हो, इंस्पेक्ट कर चुके, वहीं पे पड़ा होगा. But that is faith, because faith moves mountains. उस टाइम नहीं था. I had just come to Guruji 6 महीने पहले, and honestly, yes, I had seen some great Shakti in him, but that instant faith was not there. But again, as better sense prevailed, मेरे को याद आई गुरुजी की during that asthma attack. Guruji had blessed me with something physical of his. मैंने कबर्ड खोली, उसको निकाला, अपनी चेस्ट पे टच किया, and I would again say it was 1% faith, it was 99% desperation. क्योंकि when you can't breathe, आपको सांस नहीं आ रहा, you will try anything and everything that comes your way. And मैंने वो किया, and within a minute and a half to 2, I was breathing normally. Now, any logical person will say, यार आपने दवाई ली है, inhaler लिया है, तो उसका असर होने को टाइम लगता है, and obviously you will start breathing normally. Yes, it's true. But Guruji used to say, and these are his words, कि मेरी संगत में there are no coincidences. Once you come in my fold, I take charge of your life completely. And sometimes we go through things in life, we don't realize कि इसमें गुरुजी की कृपा थी, उनकी महिमा थी, ये सत्संग था. Sometimes he corroborates it later, हमें याद आता है, sometimes हमें बहुत बाद में याद आता है, sometimes हमें पता ही नहीं चलता. But I can only tell you that this was no coincidence, because not only was I breathing fine, I'm talking of January 2002. We are 18 and a half years past that date, and I've never needed an inhaler in my life. That was the first big satsang in our lives. And you see क्या होता है कि आप जब किसी का सत्संग सुनते हो, yes, faith develops. But when something happens with your own self, that faith is much, much stronger. I'm not saying कि सबके साथ कुछ ना कुछ होना चाहिए, because again, I'll tell you, the whole concept is कि we should remember Guruji, we should thank him for if we have a smooth life, if our life is running well, हमारे आसपास सब कुछ ठीक है, हमारी हेल्थ ठीक है, फैमिली लाइफ ठीक है, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ ठीक है, फ्रेंड्स सर्कल ठीक है, that itself is Guruji's blessing. Whether we define it as a satsang or no, that is his blessing, and it's not necessary कि आपको कैंसर हो, आपकी कीमोथेरेपी हो, you go through pain, agony, suffering for 6 months, आपकी रेडिएशन हो, उसके आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स हो, और 1 साल बाद you are in a position to say, हाँ जी मेरे साथ सत्संग हुआ था. नहीं, अगर आपके साथ ये सब कुछ भी नहीं हुआ और आपकी लाइफ स्मूथ चल रही है, that is the biggest satsang. So a lot of people think कि हम तो इतने टाइम से आ रहे हैं जी, हमारे साथ सत्संग नहीं हुआ. Please clear that notion. If your life is going good, if things are smooth around you, that itself is his blessing, and you do not need something to happen to go wrong and then to go right for you to think that Guruji is blessed. But yes, we are humans, and अगर अपने साथ होता है, so that faith just becomes stronger. January 2002 this happened. 2 months later, in March 2002, I was in London and I had to buy a laptop. So I went to the store and I asked him for this particular model, which he said, we don't have it, but the store across the road had this model. Now, across the road meant walking 500 meters to the left, taking the pedestrian crossing, coming back another 500 meters. Most of you are in California. This is something you guys do day in and day out. In India, we don't do that. So, we are used to left right देखा, गाड़ी नहीं आ रही, and you go across. But I'm sure all of you, whether you're in this country or any country in the world, you will run through at some point or the other. You've crossed a road, run through the pedestrian crossing, or just run through the road essay. Whenever you're running through a road, across a road, you look to your left, you look to your right, or you look to your right first and left depending wherever you are. आप एक बार देखेंगे, दो बार देखेंगे, तीन बार देखेंगे. Eventually you will run. But जब आप भाग रहे हैं, when you are running across that road, you will run till you reach the other end of the road. You will not stop in the middle of the road, assuming it's clear and you're running. So I did the same thing. Left right देखा, गाड़ी नहीं आ रही. एक बार, दो बार, तीन बार देखा, and I ran across. I don't know what came in my mind. To be honest, it was Guruji. Middle of the road, I just stopped. भागते भागते, I just stopped in the middle of the road and I turned to my right and there's a car coming and it's speeding. And by the time I realize my left foot is forward, that guy in the car, he jams his brakes, his wheels screech. By the time he stops and I stop, he runs over my left foot. I fall back on the ground. My eyes shut. And I see Guruji's face in front of me. Now this all happened in a split second, a couple of seconds. And उस time immediately तो नहीं समझ आया, but the guy went, parked the car on the side, on the road itself, came, gave me a hand, picked me up, क्योंकि मेरे पैर में चोट लगी थी, I wasn't being able to get up on my own. We went, sat in the car, called the ambulance. Now the normal protocol is कि जब आप ambulance बुलाते हैं तो cops भी आते हैं. It's a police case also. So the ambulance came, the cops came. And when we started narrating the sequence of events, कि क्या हुआ है, कैसे हुआ है, and the driver and I, we were both on the same page, narrating the exact same sequence of events to the paramedics, to the medical team from the ambulance as well as the cops. The cops refused to buy our story and they said there's something wrong, there's something amiss, this doesn't seem right. So we didn't understand. And then they told us that this was a blind turn and that is why in the first place I never saw the car coming. The car was speeding. I think 30 miles is normally the speed limit there and he was beyond that. So if any car is at beyond 50 kilometers, that accident could have even been fatal. This road which I was crossing was an A road. Now A roads in the UK are roads which connect to motorways. So they are always very busy. There's a lot of traffic on there. Typically there's a lot of heavy traffic on there as well. But they're always very busy since they're connecting to motorways. And this is maybe around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He says, middle of the day, it's physically not possible that those couple of minutes that you were lying down on the road when this incident took place, no car, no lorry, no bike, no vehicle whatsoever came from that blind curve. Because if anyone would have come, there were only two lanes, they would have either dashed into that car or they would have run over me. And they said physically it's not possible कि 1.5-2 minute वहाँ से कोई भी गाड़ी कोई भी निकलेगा नहीं. So it just doesn't seem right. Now that is when you start doing a 2 plus 2 in your head. And I realized, I fell down, I saw Guruji's face in front of me, what that meant. And he had given me a new life. And जैसे मैं आपको बता रहा था कि he cuts your कष्ट, वो आपका 90% अपने आप पे ले लेते हैं. Something that could have been fatal or near fatal, I got away with a hairline fracture of my big toe. So I needed a clay bandage on my foot for 2 to 3 weeks and that was it. That is Guruji. You don't even get to know. The next time my parents went to the mandir to thank him and he just very coolly and casually said, "Oh, theek hai." Now, whether he says it, he doesn't say it, he doesn't always have to say it. But we have to realize it. Obviously, time laga, but we did realize it. And today I'm eternally grateful to him for that. That was 2002. So our journey started, these satsangs happened. From then onwards till today, there have been so many satsangs. There have been so many blessings. And satsang is not necessarily a life-saving satsang. Small things. Aap gaadi chala rahe ho. Talk to him. Have telepathy with him. So many times I ask him, acha ye rasta le bole. And he answers. I'm not saying always, but he answers. आपको कोई डिसीजन लेना है, काम में डिसीजन लेना है, किसी से बात करनी है, ऐसे करें वैसे करें, कहीं जाना है. इनफैक्ट आई स्टिल डोंट वेट टिल डेट टू बी ऑनेस्ट, बिकॉज वो आदत आज भी नहीं पड़ी इतने सालों बाद. बट हिज कॉन्सेप्ट वाज, आप अगर ट्रैवल कर रहे हो, कहीं जा रहे हो, उनको पूछो, उनसे इजाजत लो. ही गाइड्स यू. देयर आर इंस्टेंसेस वेयर ही टोल्ड पीपल not to go for something, or he told people, go, I blessed you, and it works. There's a classic instance, he told people not to go for a holiday, and that place where they went away in the tsunami, it was washed off, and he insisted they should not go. So we should always take his permission, seek his permission. And as he used to say, जब आप आते हो, आने के टाइम भी इजाजत, जाने के टाइम भी इजाजत. So सत्संग तो इतने छोटे छोटे keep happening every now and then. But again, I'll come to some of the big ones, like I shared a couple of them. Guruji, later on, this is maybe 2005 or 6, my grandmother, my nani, she was in Chandigarh, and early morning, she had, I don't remember to be honest, whether it was a massive angina or it was an attack. I think it was an attack, heart attack. But this was early in the morning, about 7:30, and we got a call from my I was not there in India those days. My mom, my dad, they got a call from my grandparents. They were in the same city. कि ऐसे ऐसे हो गया है. They rushed. Before they could reach my grandparents, our family doctor had already arrived. And he immediately said, इनको we need to, he had already organized the ambulance, and he said, we need to rush to PGI hospital. Now PGI is a very leading government institute in Chandigarh, for those of you who've heard about it. It's among the top rated ones in the country. But वो psychological होता है. So my mom said, why PGI? We should go to Fortis, which is a private hospital. And we psychologically have that thing that private places healthcare is better. The PGI is very good. But the doc very clearly said, so Chandigarh is a very small town. PGI would have been about 3 to 4 minutes drive from their house. Fortis would have been about 15-minute drive. And the doctor very clearly said, we don't have time for Fortis. We have to rush to PGI. So what I'm trying to say is, you can imagine the kind of emergency that was there. And he was a cardiologist, a family doctor. So we rushed to PGI. I mean, these people rushed to PGI. My parents, my grandparents, the doctor. And they get there and they get to know it was a public holiday. I think it was Dussehra or Eid, I'm not sure. I think it was Dussehra, but it was a public holiday. And आज वहाँ पे कोई डॉक्टर्स भी नहीं है, ओटी भी बंद है, ऑपरेशन थिएटर बंद है, कोई भी नहीं है स्टाफ. So there's nothing that can be done immediately. And then again the doctor said that we don't have time to go to another hospital. So he told my father, if we can organize something here in the next 5, 7, 10 minutes, we must try. My dad called up the person who was the director of that hospital. That doctor was traveling. He was in Delhi, but he was known to my father, and he said very kindly, firstly, he took the call, because sometimes early morning someone doesn't take a call, chutti wale din. He took the call, he organized everything, and within 5 minutes he called up my dad saying, कि आज hospital में तो छुट्टी है, but there is some doctor visiting from abroad who is operating on some child in a special case, and that is why the cath lab is open, and cath lab is exactly what we needed for this procedure. And the doctor, my junior, I'm organizing, he will meet you outside the cath lab in the next 10 minutes. They went there. Sure enough, cath lab was open. They reached, and that child was coming out after his procedure, and this doctor was there, and he took my grandmother in. They did a ballooning of one of the arteries, and everything was okay. And touch wood, my nani is living hale and hearty. But what I mean to say is, time पे 10 मिनट के अंदर अंदर the family doctor arrived. You were at a leading institute within a few minutes, which happened to be shut on a public holiday, and no one would have entertained you. And those of you who ever experienced or heard of a government hospital in India, it's not the same as the way it is in the UK or Canada or the US. It's very different. No one even attends to you. You could be sitting there for hours together. You get the right attention, you get the right treatment, you get the right doctor on a given day when the doctor is not supposed to be available. You get the right line of treatment, and everything is restored in a matter of maybe an hour or two. That is good. We can just narrate it as, हाँ ठीक है, to the sequence of events, किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है, yes. But when we are his followers, when we have faith, then we have to realize कि nothing in this world, एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता उनकी मर्जी के बिना. So that is good. In 2010, we went for a family holiday to Kerala. Kerala is a state down south, known for its backwaters and tea estates. So when I say family holiday, it was my mom, my dad and I, three of us, it's a small family. And we were there at a tea estate owned by the Tata Group, looking at the procedure, the process, how they make the tea. Then my father, suddenly, he was sitting in the next room and he complained of a massive chest pain. My mom and I rushed to that room when we were told he is not very comfortable, and I see my dad sitting on a chair, his legs raised on another chair, holding his chest, sweating, heaviness in the left arm. Classic symptoms of a heart attack. And we were petrified. But the difference between Sangat, who are followers, and non-Sangat is कि जिंदगी में जब हम पहले petrify होते थे, before we came to Guruji also, our reaction was, oh shit, अब क्या करें, X, Y, Z, जो भी है. Now, you remember Guruji. And we started remembering him. We started praying to him frantically. We asked for medical help, and they told us that we were sitting in such a remote area that there was no medical help. At least, it would take at least 30 to 40 minutes for anyone to arrive. So there was nothing around that area. But we frantically started praying to Guruji. And I was, to be honest, losing my cool. I was screaming, I don't care, I need a doctor, I need an ambulance. I was screaming at the people around me, which I later apologized, but that's a natural reaction कि मेरे को कहीं से कुछ लाके दो आप मानेंगे नहीं संगत जी, 2 मिनट 3 मिनट के अंदर अंदर a doctor and a nurse arrived there in that room from nowhere. Doctor is wearing a coat. December का महीना था, so it's slightly chilly in the air. He was wearing a coat. कोट की एक पॉकेट में he had an Ecosprin, which is a blood thinner, and in the other pocket he had a Sorbitrate. I don't know what's the generic name for Sorbitrate in the US, but Sorbitrate in India is the most essential drug, and it's the first drug given to any heart patient whenever he has any kind of pain, angina, or any of that feeling. Later on we got to know that this doctor and this nurse had arrived because ऐसे they were passing by and they had a friend who used to work in that tea estate and they thought they would visit him. But this is how Guruji creates situations and gives you the answers to it. So this person landed from nowhere. Pocket में एक दवाई, दूसरी में दूसरी दवाई. He was not carrying medicine for any other reason. And the doctor tells us that 2 days ago I had gone to attend on a heart patient, and matter of chance I was wearing the same jacket. And that's how the medicines arrived here. Anyway, now our next thing is we have to rush to medical assistance. So we start going to the local hospital. We were in a small hill station called Munnar, which is about 4 hours from Cochin. Cochin is the biggest city in Kerala. And we were going to this hospital in Munnar, which was about a 30 to 40-minute drive, as they had told us. Now the doctor, the nurse, my mom and dad, four of them sit in the doctor's car, the doctor is driving, and I sit in the car which we had with the driver, and we follow them. Now the doctor was driving a Tata Indigo, which is a small car, and the cars are of relevance here, that's why I'm naming them. That was a comparatively smaller car. I was in a Innova, which is a much bigger car, with a professional taxi driver. And those of you who ever done a hilly ride in India or driven up to the mountains in India, I mean, it's abroad as well, but it's not like, it's something like if you're doing the Pacific Coast 101, it's all the zigzag roads. So it's not a straight road cutting across tunnels. You cannot go beyond 30, 40, 50 kilometers on these roads because they are zigzag, they are narrow, they are blind curves. And we were on those roads and we were driving at about 70, 80 kilometers per hour, touching 90 kilometers per hour. And we could still not catch up with the doctor in his car. And that is when I realized that वो गाड़ी डॉक्टर नहीं चला रहे थे, वो गाड़ी गुरुजी ही चला रहे थे. Because the speed he was going at, I don't remember, we took 20 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour to reach there, but the speed he was going at, if at 80, 90, I cannot catch up with him on a road where it's physically impossible to even touch 60, it was not long. We reached there. We reached the hospital and they said, they figured out, they did the basic tests of the heart and figured out that it was a heart problem and he needed treatment. And this being a small setup, limited infrastructure, they guided us that we should move to Cochin, which was a bigger city, better infrastructure. So we had no idea about that area. It was my first visit, or it was, I mean, to be honest, we were in a very remote area, very small area. We didn't know locals over there. Of course, my father knew a few people in Cochin, so we called them up. And they are the ones who organized the ambulance. And the ambulance actually had to come in from Kochi, 4 hours away, take us back to Kochi. When there's a very big, so like I told you, PGI in Chandigarh, there's a very big charitable institute in Cochin called, and it's run by a very spiritual lady from down south. There's a lady called the Hugging Amma, or Mata Amrita Nandmay. एक उनका हॉस्पिटल है वहाँ पे. It's called the Mata Amrita Nandmay Institute. It's a 650 bed hospital. It's a fairly big hospital over there. And we were told that that's the best hospital. So we didn't really care whether it's government, private, public, whatever. It should be the best. And wherever something is available and we can get immediate care. So we reached there and I don't remember, but if I'm not mistaken, this happened on a Friday. So it was probably a Friday evening, Friday late night, 1 o'clock. We reached the hospital, got the due care initially. Early morning, the doctor came in and he was the head of the department. And so they had to do an angiography on my father. So before the angiography, because he had no heart history and my dad just a couple of weeks ago had also got his annual health checkups and everything, cholesterol, triglycerides, everything was normal. They said before doing the angiography, because your tests were not very conclusive, we'll do a CT angio of the heart, which gives us a basic picture if we need to do a procedure ahead or not. So he told my dad, he said, sir, if you don't mind, I'm a big follower of Mata Amrita Nandmay, and I go there once a month to her ashram, which is about 4-5 hours away from Kochi. So if it's okay with you, they are doing the procedure of the CT angio, and while they do that and the results come out in the evening, I would have gone to the Amma's ashram, paid my respects, and I'll be back in the evening if it's okay with you. So my dad told him, doctors are very kind of you to even ask me, because no doctor ever asks his patient if he has to go for a personal visit somewhere. But I appreciate the fact you asked me, but I also have tremendous faith in our Guruji, and I understand this whole importance. So please carry on with your trip, and जब तक आप शाम को आएंगे, the picture will be clear, and then whatever has to be done, we'll do it. So the doctor leaves, they do the CT angio, and the doctor was supposed to be back late in the evening, and he comes back late afternoon, much earlier than he was supposed to. And he comes and tells my dad. So my dad asked him, how come you're back so early? All well? And he tells my dad, something very unusual happened today. It's never happened, I've never experienced it. He said, I was driving to the Amma's ashram with my wife, and suddenly, almost halfway up there, I hear this voice that, go back, your patient needs you. And he said, maybe I thought I was imagining or I was hallucinating. And I asked my wife, and she said that was Amma's voice saying, go back, your patient needs you. So the doctor turns around, comes back to the hospital. By then, my father's diagnosed with a blockage in the artery. So they take him for an angiography. Well, it seems like a blockage, the CT angio, and that's why they do a regular angiography to check that. So they take him for an angiography. And after the angiography, the doctor comes out. My father is still lying down on the table in the operation theatre or cath lab, whatever was there. And he tells us that we need to insert a stent. We need to do an angiography. Basically, he says there's a blockage. It can be done with a angioplasty, where we'll insert a stent. That can happen now. Or we can do a planned surgery, bypass, maybe 2 days later. So I said, fair enough, doctor, but why now? I'd rather go back to Delhi and, go to, because I don't know the place I'm in. It's not my hometown. It's not a place where I have family, friends, or any kind of infrastructure. I'd rather go back to Delhi, and whether I go to a Sports or a Medanta, which are leading art institutes in Delhi, I'd rather go there. So he said, I would not recommend traveling. And I was like, why? So he says, there's a 10% chance you may not reach Delhi. Now, obviously, even if there's a 1% chance, you would not take that chance. 10% was scary. So we immediately start calling our friends who are doctors, family doctors, leading cardiologists across different cities, and start taking opinions and start asking all of them to talk to this doctor, which I'm sure he would have got very irritated, because no leading doctor, no good doctor likes people's advice and consultation, that too in the middle of a procedure, because he said if we have to do a plasty, if we have to put a stent, it should be now. There's no point again inserting a dye in the patient 1 day later, so we should do it right now, in the next 15-20 minutes. And we are trying to figure out the pros and cons, क्या करें, नहीं करें, यहाँ करें, कैसे करें, किस डॉक्टर से करें. When my dad gets a message from Guruji lying down on that table, Guruji tells him in his ear, stent wow, पे कर जाओ. Get your stenting done and go home. And my father called for one of those medical staff who was there in the theatre, told him to come and tell us that, obviously not in front of the doctor कि Guruji का message है, but I'm sure my family is confused, but if it's okay with everyone, I would like to get a stent. And my mother and I were just discussing कि कैसे करें, नहीं करें. We finally came to the conclusion कि हमें तो नहीं पता था, Guruji ने dad को ही बोला. We came to the conclusion कि जो करना है वो तो Guruji ने करना है. ठीक है, we leave it in his hands and go with the stenting. Sure enough, within maximum half an hour, the stent was inserted. Everything was okay. You spend the night in the ICU, heart ICU. Next day, you're back in the room. And 2 days later, my dad got discharged. And we decided to move back to Delhi. Some of my family members came from Delhi to escort us back to Delhi, and we all went back. When we went back to Delhi, we arrived, and before going home, we went straight to Bada Mandir to thank Guruji for his blessings. And when we went there, for those of you who've been to the Bada Mandir, जब आप enter करते हैं, पहले गणेश जी की मूर्ति है, फिर समाधि है, समाधि के बाहर ज्योत है. Now, That is Akhand Jyot, it's on 24 hours. And my dad was praying in front of the Jyot, and he was praying to Guruji, saying, I'm sorry, I can't bend down and take a matha because I'm not allowed to bend for a few days after his stent. So, but aapne bless kiya, everything went off smoothly and you saved me, thank you so much. And he finishes praying, opens his eyes, and Sakshat Guruji ke darshan Jyot ke andar. My father saw it, I saw it, there was a lot of Sangat around us who captured it on their phones. Unfortunately, I think this time it never struck us, so we never took a picture, but a lot of Sangat, maybe 10-15 people around us captured it on their phones. Sakshat Guruji ke darshan Jyot ke andar. That was obviously his way of acknowledging that it's not about if you can't bend down or whatever, I'm there as long as आप दिल से याद करो, I'm there. And that's what Guruji always said, कि आप अगर दिल से याद करो, it doesn't matter आप सत्संग करते हो, कितने लोग बुलाते हो, उसमें कितना डेकोर करते हो, क्या करते हो, नहीं. He always goes with your love, आपका भाव, आप कितना प्यार से उनको याद करते हो. सत्संग नो सत्संग, even if you're generally sitting in life, उनको याद करो, प्यार से याद करो, उन्हें दिल से याद करो, उनसे I'm not saying as human beings हम मांगते नहीं है, we should not, but fact is कि जो भी है वो ही है, उन्हें दिल से अगर आप अरदास करोगे with the whole theory कि गुरुजी yes I may want XYZ, but जो जैसे आप ठीक समझो, I leave it in your hands, but yes, not just say that, also then accept it. And if we have that attitude, he always blesses us. डैड ने तो एक छोटी सी अरदास की थी कि आई कांट बेंड डाउन, ही ब्लेस्ड हिम. तो कुछ भी देते हैं लाइफ में. एक ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल है हु आर डूइंग सत्संग्स एवरी फ्राइडे, दे वर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग बैक देन. सो हर फ्राइडे किसी ना किसी के घर पे होता था दोपहर को. एंड माय मदर इन 2010 आई एम टॉकिंग, इन मे बी May or June, sometime in the summer, she wanted कि हम घर पे सत्संग करें. And the date she was given was 24th December. And my mother was very upset. She was very pissed off कि यार मैं सत्संग की डेट मांग रही हूँ, आप मेरे को 6-7 महीने आगे की डेट दे रहे हो. This is no way. But there was nothing available. उस टाइम तो 24th December की डेट दे दी. My dad's incident took place, I don't know, 16th, 17th, 18th December. No way. I think it was about 18th or 19th December, something like that. We came back. I remember my mom came a day earlier from Cochin. My dad and I came back on 23rd December. And 24th December, not knowing 6 months ago कि गुरुजी ने ये डेट दी थी, it was more of a Thanksgiving. And while we were there in Kochi, during this entire process of those 3-4 days, my mom was deriving strength from the fact कि 24th को तो घर पे सत्संग है. So how is it possible कि यहाँ कुछ हो सकता है? कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Everything will be fine. जब गुरुजी ने डेट दी हुई है, गुरुजी ने सत्संग कराना है 24th को, तो first obviously the thought comes कि हम सत्संग कैंसिल करें, नहीं करें, पोस्टपोन करें. But then that thought came that नहीं, सत्संग तो है, और अगर सत्संग है तो obviously things will be fine by then. So that was her driving force through this process. And sure enough, we were well in time on 23rd to be there, and it was a beautiful satsang that took place on 24 December 2010, which turned out to be a Shukrana ka satsang. My parents' anniversary on 25th. 6 महीने पहले सोचा था कि हो सकता है गुरुजी ने एनिवर्सरी का सत्संग कराना, not realizing this was something much bigger. Guruji, he was always against any rituals. He was always against the idea of superstition, fasting, getting into any kind of rituals. He used to say this, कि I'm a practical guru, और मैं चीजें करके दिखाता हूँ. And sure enough, not just us, but I'm sure आजकल सब लोग सत्संग सुन रहे हैं, आपने जिसके भी कभी सुने होंगे. He used to do this. किसी को लाइफ दे दी, किसी को हेल्थ दे दी, किसी का कैंसर ठीक कर दिया, किसी कान कंसीव, उनको बच्चा दे दिया, so on and so forth. But these were all very small things for him. So we should not take them as Guruji has miraculous powers या Guruji miracles कर सकते हैं, नहीं. Because these are only his ways of showing us that yes, I exist, yes, I am there for you, yes, I can do anything and everything, and these are very very small tiny things for him. He used to say किसी को life देना, पैसे देना, health देना मेरे बाएं हाथ तक है. But that is not what your Guru is. He's way beyond that. You see, coming to Guruji is kind of a way of life now. It's no religion. It's spirituality. वहाँ पे you have people from all walks of life, all religions. There is zero distinction between person A and person B. Everyone was always treated equally. So Guruji used to talk about equality. Guruji के time and आज भी मंदिर में जो लंगर प्रसाद होता है, 4 people share a थाली. And his concept was, that's how you build humility. And I'm not joking. That is the only place I have seen a politician and a roadside person eating from the same thali. We all think as human beings, he used to insist on the importance of humility. And we all think that I'm humble. All of us think. And none of us are. But yes, we all improve. And as long as we can keep improving day by day, that is the key thing. And even in my own case, okay, I'm not saying I'm someone who's very hoity-toity or very proud as a person, but definitely I'm not someone who's super humble. Maybe sometimes it's the background we come from, the society we move around in, or it's the person we are. But जैसे घर में कभी भी हम सोचेंगे भी नहीं of sharing a thali with our staff. Especially in India. Yes, I know over there your people come and they eat on the same dining table. But at least in India we don't do that. And in the mandir, I have shared a thali with my driver. In fact, the poor guy, he felt awkward and I just smiled and I said, "Bhaiya, kya ho gaya? Mandir hai, prasad hai, khayenge." And that is where, I'm not saying it's something I'm proud of, but yes, I'm proud of the fact that at least even if I did it happily. And that is where he helps us to be grounded. And that's why he used to say, आप आते हो, आप मंदिर में रेगुलर अनाउंसमेंट्स होती हैं कि जैसे सेवादार आपको गाइड करेंगे आप वैसे ही जाइए, वहीं बैठिए, उन्हीं के साथ खाइए, उस लाइन में जाइए. And that was his concept. Line discipline was something Guruji was very very particular about. My father, the first time he went to Guruji, in fact the second time he went to Guruji, Guruji had lost his mother, and this is before we came to Guruji. So he had been twice before my mom and I went to him. And Guruji had called Papa for Mataji's bhog, his mother's bhog, village mein, Dugri mein. So my dad went there. No faith, nothing, but you know, हमें सिखाया गया है कि किसी के सुख में शामिल हो नहीं हो, दुख में हो जाना चाहिए. And he went there. And जब वहाँ गए, he didn't realize कि गुरुजी क्या चीज़ है और वहाँ पे क्या उनकी फैन फॉलोइंग है और कितना वहाँ पे VIP मूवमेंट है और there are hundreds of red light cars with hooters and security and so on and so forth. And यहाँ पे तो सारा दिन लग जाएगा because गुरुजी अपने हाथ से प्रसाद देते और typically वो हलवा प्रसाद होता था. It could be लड्डू प्रसाद, it could be मिठाई, it could be anything. पर गुरुजी के his hands are very normal. It's not that he had gigantic hands. but जब वो एक हाथ से देते थे, हम वो प्रसाद 2 हाथ में पकड़ते थे. And literally उसको ऐसे खाते थे. You could not put it in one hand because that prasad somehow, that volume, that quantity used to just grow. And his concept was, this is your prasad, this is your blessing. और अगर आप इसे यहाँ खाओगे तो ये आपकी दवाई है. अगर आप इसे घर लेके जाओगे तो ये खाली मिठाई है. So he always used to say this, that whatever I give you, because we had this concept कि हम अपनी family के लिए, पेरेंट्स के लिए, सिबलिंग्स के लिए, बच्चों के लिए ले जाते हैं. नहीं, 1 person from the family comes, entire family is blessed, and whatever you get here, you must have it and you must consume it and you must finish it here because that is your blessing. And if you are blessed, your entire family is blessed, rest assured. And I was telling you discipline. So my dad, वहाँ गुरुजी प्रसाद देने लगे, इतनी लंबी लाइन थी. My dad had no idea about Guruji and his powers. एंड ही वेंट पीछे, ही रियलाइज कि यहाँ पे तो संगत पंजाब से भी है, दिल्ली से भी है, 6-8 घंटे लग जाएंगे, इतने हजारों संगत को, 10-15 हजार लोग थे उनको प्रसाद देने में. तो he went पीछे, requested someone कि I'm in a rush, he had to go back to Chandigarh for some work because he never anticipated taking the whole day off, and किसी ने मना नहीं किया. So आए, जब उनकी बारी आई, गुरुजी gives him प्रसाद ऐसे हाथ में and tells him, आओ नारंग अंकल आ गए लाइन तोड़ के. And my dad was stunned. He's thinking कि यार मैं तो इतनी पीछे से गया हूँ चोरी छुप के कहीं पे, वो तो गुरुजी वैसे ही प्रसाद दे रहे हैं. It's not physically possible to see it. So obviously उनको लगा कि कुछ तो होगा, because it's not कि वहाँ गुरुजी CCTV कैमरा को देख रहे हैं, क्या है, something must be there. But he was very, very particular about discipline. And whether that discipline is discipline in the mandir or it's discipline in our lives, daily lives. अगर गुरुजी के वहाँ पे 7 बजे का टाइम होता था, the sangat used to come and step before that, not after, because you come and you welcome your guru. It's not that if you come after you're not welcome. Guruji would welcome you with open arms at any point in time. But the whole concept was, you come there, अगर 7 का टाइम है तो you're there at 10 to 7, you're there at 5 to 7. So discipline is something he laid a lot of emphasis on. Humility is something he laid a lot of emphasis on. He used to be very particular about accepting everyone from every walk of life, because as I told you, I had no faith. Maybe that is the reason I got connected easily. But people who've been going for donkeys years, कोई मंदिर जा रहा है, गुरुद्वारे जा रहा है, किसी का X जगह में faith है, Y जगह में faith है, कृष्ण भगवान में faith है, राम जी में faith है, शिव जी में faith है, गुरु नानक देव जी में faith है, he's a Christian, he's a Muslim, he's a Jew, Parsi, whatever. He should come there and he should feel welcome. And that's why he used to lay a lot of importance on equality as well. So Guruji के वहाँ पे हर कोई आता था. He used to come from every walk of life. And Guruji never used to say कि यहाँ आओ, ऐसे करो, वैसे करो, नहीं. His concept was कि आप आए, श्रद्धा से आओ, and आपको जहाँ faith है, जिस जगह में faith है, एक जगह में faith रखो. Don't run helter-skelter. Like a lot of people do, Monday here, Tuesday here, Wednesday here. No, he used to say all days are same. किसी एक भगवान में श्रद्धा रखो, faith रखो, and while you're doing that, you keep coming to me. I will give you darshan in that same form. And he has given darshan to people in the form of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, in the form of Shiv Ji, in the form of Sherawali Mata, in the form of Sai Baba, in the form of you name it. So what I mean to say is, because Shakti ek hai. And my father, when he started coming to Guruji, in his initial days, we come from a Sikh family. So my father is turban and he's a staunch Sikh, and जब भी Delhi आते थे, because he's been all across the country because of his work, but जब भी Delhi आते थे, he had this routine for years together, and we all had this routine कि whether एक दिन के लिए आए या 6 घंटे के लिए ट्रांजिट करें या 5 दिन के लिए आए, we would always go and visit Bangla Sahib Gurdwara. So when we started coming to Guruji, my dad was not posted in Delhi. He used to come sometimes from Chandigarh, sometimes from Kanpur, and he used to think that I hope I'm doing the right thing, because typically I used to come. Firstly, for Sikhs, it's a little difficult to follow Guruji because the Guru Granth Sahib very clearly says Guru Manyo Granth. So you had 10 Gurus from Guru Nanak Dev Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and then you have the Guru Granth Sahib, and this is the ultimate Guru. So it is very difficult for them and for a lot of other Sikhs I know to follow Guruji. But again, Guru Granth Sahib says Guru Manyo Granth. Don't go after any person who's claiming to be a Guru, but it never said don't go after God. And today we take Guruji as God, as Mahashiv, as a reincarnation of Shivji, Lord Guru Nanak Dev Ji, or whatever form we take him in. So Dad was one day coming, and I think he was coming from Chandigarh in the Shatabdi train. And during that 3.5 hour journey, he kept thinking, I hope I'm doing the right thing. नए नए आने शुरू हुए थे, maybe in the first year or so. He said he was thinking कि I go to Delhi every week, every second week for work, and my typical routine is दिन में आप काम करो ऑफिस में, शाम को ऑफिस से फ्री होके go to बंगला साहिब, माथा टेको, उसके बाद go socialize, meet with some friends, have a drink and go out, and next day अपना काम करके go back. अब वो रूटीन तो शाम वाला तो खत्म हो गया, बिकॉज गुरु जी की संगत शाम को होती है, और आप बेशक अपना काम करके 7 बजे 8 बजे आ रहे हो, फ्री तो 10 बजे होते हो, 11 बजे 12 बजे, दैट इज गुरु जी की मर्जी. सेकेंडली, वी आर नॉट सपोज टू बी going to another living guru, so I hope I'm doing the right thing. Now, he came in the Shatabdi. The Shatabdi arrives at about 9:45, and Delhi station say he came to Empire State. Must have reached Guruji's mandir at about 10:20, 10:30 रात को. About 10:20. And जैसे ही उन्होंने गुरुजी को माथा टेका, लंगर चल रहा था, जैसे ही गुरुजी को माथा टेका, before he could even stand up, गुरुजी tells him, अंकल जाओ बंगला साहब मत्था टेक के. That was stunned. But he tells गुरुजी अब थे सुखासन हो गया उन्हें. Now सुखासन is basically in the Gurdwara system that when they wind up for the day, when they wrap up for the day, तो गुरु ग्रंथ साहब को आप close करके you keep it in a particular room, and that is called Sukh Asan. वो अपने सुखासन पे रख दे. So he told Guruji, वहाँ पे तो सुखासन हो गया होना, I'm going to just go and take a matha to the walls. And Guruji said, महापुरुषां दे नाल argue नहीं करते. So that's it. Fair enough. And he eventually turned around, called the driver, left for the Gurdwara. रात का टाइम था, उस टाइम ट्रैफिक नहीं होता, 20-25 मिनट में पहुंच गए होंगे. He reached Bangla Sahib Gurdwara and he's walking up the steps, and there's one Bhai Sahib coming down the steps. My dad was obviously very anxious, and throughout the way, while going there, he kept thinking, क्या रे गुरुजी मेरे को भेज तो दिया ना, वहाँ पे कोई शब्द होएगा, ना कीर्तन होएगा, ना पाठ होगा, मैं खाली उनको खुश करने के लिए जा रहा हूँ. ठीक है, उन्होंने कह दिया तो मैं जा रहा हूँ. And he enters the Gurdwara, he's walking up, climbing up the steps, and he asked the Bhai Sahib, Sukhasan ho gaya? It was about 10:40, 10:45 at night. And the Bhai Sahib turns around and tells him, पिताजी पता नहीं आज नहीं होया, रोज 10 बजे हो जाता. And those of you who ever been to a Gurdwara or who have noticed, when you say 10 p.m. means 10 p.m. It's not 9:58, it's not 2 past 10. It's 10 by the dot, by the clock. And 10:40, 10:45, 10:50 पे अभी इसे नहीं हुआ है. Papa goes inside. सुखासन का there's a process. अरदास होती है, उसके बाद एक particular पाठ होता है, वाक होता है. Then they take the Guru Granth Sahib and put it in the room. That entire process of 15-20 minutes, my dad attended that. Finished everything, came back to Empire State, और जैसे गुरुजी को मत्था टेका, गुरुजी just smiles at him and tells him langar. And that smile was enough to say that I've cleared all your doubts, whatever you were thinking while coming to me. Whether I'm coming to the right place or no, whether मैं बंगला साहब में faith था, मैं वो वहाँ भी नहीं जा पा रहा, यहाँ आ रहा हूँ, I hope I'm doing the right thing. So he has his ways, and similarly I was telling you, उन्होंने लोगों को अलग-अलग लोगों को अलग-अलग फॉर्म में दर्शन दिए. Auntie, do we have more time or shall I carry on या कैसे करें?
Uncle, we would love to hear if that's okay with you. So, जैसे आप
Sure.
Okay.
So in 2010, I told you, Guruji gave life to my father when he had his heart problem. In 2016, my father was again diagnosed with a heart problem, and this was planned. It was diagnosed, and a few days later, he had it was an angioplasty which was planned, which was to be taking place on the 8th of March in 2016. 7th March that day was Shivratri. So 7th March ko we went to the mandir. He had his langar prepared for, and from there we went straight to the hospital. So there's a leading heart institute in Delhi called Escorts. We went, got admitted there on the 7th, and the procedure was 8th morning. Now, this particular satsang which I'm going to tell you, Sangatji, please hear it carefully for two things. One is the whole satsang of how Guruji saved my father. And second, very importantly, is the importance of Sangat. And Guruji used to emphasize very often that Sangat is your true family. आपके आगे पीछे कोई हो ना हो, एंड में it's always your guru, but your sangat, guru sangat में बसते हैं, sorry, and sangat is your family which will always be there whenever you need, whenever the need arises, whenever the time arises. So 8th of March 2016, my father has his angioplasty in the morning. There were 3 stents that he got. And after the stenting, there's a procedure. They put the stents in the cath lab. And after that, there's a procedure. The doctors call the family and show it to you on the computer. What is the procedure they've done? कि ऐसे ऐसे आर्टरी में blockage थी, हमने यहाँ stent डाला है, यहाँ पे ये किया है, clean up किया, जो भी. So we as a family went, saw that entire thing, and my father was in the recovery room. The process is they keep you in the recovery room for a few hours and then shift you to the ICU. As soon as we came out of that presentation by the junior doctor, my dad called for me and I went in and he said, I'm feeling very breathless. So we called the doctors and Papa said, I've been feeling very breathless for the last half an hour. I don't think they are being able to get it. ये बार-बार, because obviously the main doctor had actually done the process, the procedure, and he used to look after. So there's a chain of hospitals in India called Fortis. Escorts is a part of that. There was another Fortis in Vasant Kunj, which is about half an hour, 40 minutes away from there. So the doctor was here for this procedure, and then he had gone to the other hospital. So the junior doctors were obviously looking after and monitoring, and whenever my dad would complain of breathlessness, they would do an ECG, which was normal. They would do an echo test, which was normal. And they would say, I think they only kept doing the ECG. They probably didn't even do the echo. I don't remember exactly now. But they kept saying, everything is normal, everything is normal. And dad said, no, it's not normal because I've got a stent put in once and I know exactly how it feels after getting the stent. And luckily, the first time I told you, to Kerala mein hua tha, we got the stent, and 2 or 3 days later, he was discharged and we went Delhi. So when he complained and junior doctors didn't understand, this was again Guruji, he showed him that we needed to press the panic button because otherwise we would have just kept listening to the doctors and things would have been very different. So we called up X, Y, Z, whichever doctor we knew on a personal level, right from this hospital to the other hospital, to the head of pulmonary, to the head of cardiology, and created a hue and cry. And because we were requesting them, telling them time and again, and they kept discounting everything, everything is okay, so we had to raise that panic button. And I'm very happy we did it because when the doctor who had done the procedure, he was a very senior doctor, when he got to know of what was happening, he decided to rush back to this hospital, and in the meantime, he told these guys to do a particular kind of an echo test, and he figured out what the problem was. So they rushed him back into the procedure room. That doctor was back, and when they checked on what had happened, but during the angioplasty, they insert stents which goes through this thin wire, and during that process, one of Dad's arteries had got ruptured. When the artery got ruptured, there was internal bleeding. And this blood, so between the heart and the lungs, there's a sac where your heart is contained. And between that outer lining of the sac and the heart, the blood was collecting. And they term it as pericardial effusion. So the blood is collecting in that sac. Obviously, it becomes heavy, it presses down on the lungs, and that is why he was not being able to breathe. Which initially they thought it's a foreign body and that's why he's not being able to breathe, but this was the real reason. Now, this was a very, very tricky situation because the arteries are so tiny and there's no way of them to find out that which point of the artery during the procedure has got rupture. अगर आपको यही नहीं पता कि rupture कहाँ से है, bleeding कहाँ से हो रही है, there's no way that you can actually go and rectify it. So, एक तरफ you have internal bleeding going on, दूसरी तरफ you are giving blood thinners because that was essential, because if they don't give blood thinners, the new stents that were put in would give way. So it was a very tricky situation. It was a catch-22 for the doctors कि blood thinners बंद नहीं कर सकते, कम करते हैं तो stent collapsing का chance है, अगर constant रखते हैं तो internal bleeding है, which can be fatal, and they could not figure out, and they were trying their best, and basically only playing around with the dosage of the blood thinners. They played around with that dosage for good 2 to 3 days till the situation came under control. The first 48 hours, and the doctors told us, you just need to pray because they were very critical. Now, during this entire process, I'd like to tell you where Guruji came into play. Obviously, doctor को कैसे वो medication ऊपर नीचे करनी थी, that is something Guruji was obviously guiding the doctor. But 8th March को ये procedure जब हुआ है, 8th March, so because my dad was in the procedure, I had his phone on me, and I get a call in the morning. And if I'm not mistaken, this call was before this entire episode took place. If I'm not mistaken, it was maybe 8:39 in the morning. I get a call, some random number, unlisted number on my father's phone, and I pick up the phone, and some auntie says, "मैं so and so बोल रही हूँ, I'm part of the संगत. मेरे को गुरुजी का ड्रीम आया था कल रात को कि नारंग अंकल को कोई प्रॉब्लम है, पर सब कुछ ठीक हो जाए." तब तक तो कोई प्रॉब्लम थी नहीं. हाँ, इट वाज डेफिनेटली बिफोर द प्रोसीजर, पर तब तक कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी. आई टोल्ड हर जी उनका कोई प्रोसीजर आज है, बट थैंक यू सो मच, आई अप्रिशिएट. नेक्स्ट डे जब ये हो चुका था तो इनिशियली they were playing around, then they had shifted him, rather than moving him to the heart ICU, they had moved him to something called the heart command, which is like a stage higher than that for critical care. Someone from the Sangat comes there in the morning, and that auntie tells me that I want to go and visit your father. I say, auntie, I'm sorry, but वहाँ पे तो possible नहीं है. हमें as family also we are not allowed to go and to meet him there, so it's not possible that I can take you there. And she says, no, I really want to. She insisted, and I said, auntie, it's not possible. And then she told me she got a dream the previous night where Guruji came and showed her that in that heart command, which is a kind of ICU, Guruji showed her the exact position of my dad's bed, which she described to me, and it was spot on, exactly the way she said कि ऐसे अंदर जाके ऐसे राइट पे उनका बेड है, spot on. She said वहाँ पे गुरुजी बेड के पास में चल रहे हैं, blessing my father. So again, I don't remember, I don't think auntie would have gone inside because no one was allowed, but I could only say thank you auntie, and just thank Guruji for his message. During those days, 48 hours, 72 hours later, we were out of danger. Dad stayed in the hospital for a few weeks, and then sometimes it happens, so the water entered the lungs, but again, that's where everything was okay, and after a few weeks he was out of the hospital. But during those few weeks that we were there, yes, my family my friends, my father's friends, one of his closest friends from Bombay who came in, he was camping here for 3 weeks. My own family, close family, they used to be there camping in the hospital all day long. But you see, आप फैमिली से तो एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि सारी जिंदगी आपने उनके लिए किया है और आप रेसिप्रोकेट करते हो. बट संगत इन लार्ज नंबर्स, पीपल जिनको हम खाली मंदिर में मिलते हैं, हमारे उनके साथ कोई सोशल socialization नहीं है. It's not that we're meeting together for a drink or dinner once in a while. Not, I mean, people who you've just met in the Sangat, or people who've just heard Sangat from all over used to come. They used to come in large numbers. They used to be camping there all day long. Some of them have even spent nights over there. And not just camping there to give us a moral boost. They used to come. हमारे भी लोग अगर फैमिली वाले या फ्रेंड्स होते थे संगत के 10-15 लोग हैं, they would completely take charge because the only place for everyone to sit and interact or while away time was the cafeteria. And they have a cafeteria over there. It was like a small food court. They would take charge to the extent कि सारा दिन वहाँ पे खाना पीना चल रहा है like a लंगर. हमको पता नहीं कौन किसके लिए क्या खिला रहा है, कॉफी ला रहा है, सैंडविचेस ला रहा है, इंक्लूडिंग अस. हमारे लिए तो आ ही रहा है, इनके लिए भी. और जब भी पेमेंट की बात करो, पूछो काउंटर पे पूछो, ऑल द इंस्ट्रक्शन होती थी कि पेमेंट नहीं लेना इनसे. बिल यूज्ड टू बी क्लियर. कौन करता था, कब आके करता था, टेकिंग केयर ऑफ एवरीवन एवरी डे. हैट्स ऑफ. एंड अ प्लेस लाइक दिल्ली वेयर यू आर टॉकिंग, ऑब्वियसली पीपल आर वर्किंग ड्यूरिंग द डे. सो कोई शाम को आ रहा है या आप दिन में भी आ रहे हो, डिस्टेंसेस आर नॉट स्मॉल, दे आर नॉट शॉर्ट. घंटा दूर, 1.5 घंटा दूर कोई आ रहा है, स्पेंडिंग टाइम. I mean, hats off, and I think each one of those people who were there a part of that time for us, thank you so much. I mean, no words to express. Sangat across, not just the people who used to come to the hospital. There were people we got to know of later. They used to get together and do Simran, do Jap to my father. Because, as I told you, the first 2 or 3 days were very critical. And they used to get together and they used to do part for him. They used to do job for him. And it's not any of them who told us. ये तो हमको बहुत बाद में कहीं से पता चला. So that is the power of Sangat. That is the love of Sangat. That is the strength of Sangat, as Guruji always says. And thank you, Guruji. Please bless each one of those people who've always been there for us whenever we needed them. And I hope we can always be there for them and all the other Sangat. Just to conclude, so obviously these are tough times with COVID and the pandemic around. I guess it's a matter of time, but I'm sure it'll still take before the vaccine comes and everyone gets vaccinated. It's going to be at least a year or two, realistically 2 years. Things are not going to be easy, but I just hope and pray that Guruji takes care of all of us. I think this is, thank you Auntie, Virja Auntie, and whoever else is organizing this, because I know this whole concept of online satsangs, Zoom satsangs has been going on throughout this pandemic. But I think it's a very beautiful way of connecting the Sangat, not just with each other but with Guruji. Because आप सत्संग किसी का recorded सुनते हो, you get faith. Faith develops. You start thinking about Guruji. आप सुनते हो, आप पढ़ते हो, आप बुक में पढ़ते हो, आप ऑनलाइन पढ़ते हो. And his concept was as simple as that. कि आप faith रखो. Have faith, surrender yourself, and there's nothing beyond that. So please, Sangat ji, have faith in him, love him. He used to say this, by the way. Love your Guru. Don't be scared of him. So please, whenever you remember him with a pure soul, remember him with love. You can do something for him, great. You can't do it, don't worry, just pray to him. But don't be scared कि यार अगर मैंने ये नहीं किया तो ऐसे हो जाएगा, वो नहीं किया तो ऐसे हो जाएगा. Remember him with faith, remember him with love. He watches your love. You see, in this world we always say actions speak louder than words. Yes, they always do. Because whether it's your brother or it's your friend or it's your colleague, आपने उसके लिए क्या सोचा, doesn't matter. What you do for him is what he can see. But Guruji is not that. He knows what you are thinking. He knows what is at the back of your mind, and he knows your intention. And that, obviously, your actions should translate into your intentions. I'm not saying that. But he is the only person who can see your intent, who can see your thought process. So please do the right karma. Please remember him. Please love him. And he very often in the mandir he used to say, "Ayo, aate raha karo." I can only say one thing: as an educated individual, someone who didn't believe in the existence of God and today who feels he's seen God, there is so much to gain. There is so much to gain from this place. It's beyond words. And the beauty of this place is you carry on your life the way it is, you do what you are, but if you start having faith, your life will definitely change for the good, and you will realize it sooner or later. And that is when your blessings will actually start multiplying, not adding, multiplying. And blessings multiply here. Let me give you a concrete example. Guruji used to say this. जब वो फिजिकल रूप में थे, he used to say कि मेरे जाने के बाद लाइनें लग जाएंगी. And we used to think, so this actually happened. One day he called my father. So my dad reached Empire State. Very interesting satsang. My father reached Empire State Shamko. It was a non-sangat day. Now when I'm saying love your guru, Guruji used to pamper all his sangat. He used to love everyone to the extent that we all felt, yeah, I'm very close to him. And everyone felt the same. So my dad was in Delhi one day. It was a non-sangat day. Sangat days used to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Papa went to Empire State. नए नए जाना शुरू हुए थे, डिसिप्लिन का भी कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं था, प्लस लगता था मैं तो गुरुजी के क्लोज हूँ, मैं जाके मिल सकता. So he landed up at Empire State and the caretaker opened the door and he said, I'm sorry, आज तो non-sangat day है जी. So he said, I know non-sangat day, but I happen to be here, I thought I'll take a chance. Is Guruji there? He said, Guruji वैसे भी non-sangat day पे नहीं मिलते और गुरुजी है भी नहीं अपने मंदिर में. My dad thought maybe नहीं है तो हो सकता नहीं हो या वैसे टाल रहे. He's saying this and the phone landline rings सामने. My dad is standing at the door. The caretaker goes, picks up the phone, speaks and comes back. And he asks my dad, आप so and so uncle हो जी? And my father says yes. He says गुरुजी का फोन आया था. So my dad thought maybe गाड़ी से recognize हो गया हुआ है, जो भी है. And he said गुरुजी का फोन था कि वो इनके घर में यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं, तो नारंग अंकल अभी आए हैं, उनको बोलो वहाँ पे आ जाए. और एक और आंटी है, he took the name, वो आ रही है, एम्पायर स्टेट के गेट पे है. That gate is about couple of 100 meters outside the मंदिर. उनको भी साथ लेते हैं. And while they're standing there, soon enough this auntie arrives at the doorstep and my father goes to her, are you so and so? And she says yes. So even she was surprised. So anyway, both of them sit in the car, go to that house. Guruji किसी के घर गए हुए थे. A small number of sangat he had taken with him, maybe 10, 15 people, 20 people, I don't know. And ये जब शाम को वहाँ पहुंचे 8 साढ़े 8 बजे, उसके बाद लंगर लग गया दूसरे रूम में. सो सारे लंगर कर रहे थे. And my dad was sitting alone with Guruji. And my father was sitting with Guruji and Guruji turns around and tells my dad, अंकल आज तेरी ऐश हो गई. My dad said, क्या हो गया गुरुजी, मेरी कोई लॉटरी लग गई है? And so Guruji had one of his favorite words. He used to say Kamlaya. Kamlaya means you idiot. He's like, Kamlaya, think beyond all these things in life. And he says, तेरे को शिव के दर्शन 1-to-1 हुए. एक ऐसा टाइम आएगा कि लाइनें लग जाएंगी, लोगों को दर्शन दुर्लभ हो जाएंगे. Now, Guruji very rarely used to call himself Shiv or Mahashiv or I'm so and so. Very rarely. Because you see, if someone starts saying I'm God, we think that this person he thinks no end of himself and yahan kyun jaye. So probably that's why Guruji was a very normal nomenclature he had given himself, because the Guru is anyone who's a preacher. And my dad thought to himself, यार गुरुजी को क्या हो गया, क्या बोल रहे हैं? And he came back and told my mom also. I don't know what mood he was in today. He's saying कि मेरे जाने के बाद लाइनें लग जाएंगी. आज तो यहाँ पे 500-700 लोग आते हैं, जाने के बाद कौन आएगा? Not realizing, ये चीज तो उन्होंने सुन ली थी, but he didn't realize कि शिव के 1-to-1 दर्शन कर रहे हैं. So in that one sentence, Guruji conveyed who he was, as well as he was there for posterity and what posterity is going to be like. Because he used to say, if once I'm out of my physical form, I will have more power, I'll be liberated to bless more people. And just as I said, that your blessings, once you start having faith and coming to Guruji, your blessings will go geometrically and not additionally, is a very clear-cut example. The number of satsangs, and I'm not talking of these physical room satsangs या किसी घर में सत्संग हैं, the number of blessings people are receiving in their lives today, the number of the people that are coming to the mandir today, those numbers have grown while we've been seeing in the last 10-12 years from a few hundred or few thousand going into lakhs. And that is no regular progression, it is pure geometric progression. And that is what the power of our Guruji is. So Sangat ji, आप Guruji की यहाँ आए हो, keep coming. I think we should all be eternally grateful for him, grateful to him for bringing us under his fold. And thank you, Auntie, once again. And I hope everyone stays safe and Guruji takes care of everyone through this pandemic and beyond. Jai Guruji.